Well. Let me stop. Good evening. Let's talk family. Just a different show tonight. Usually we have a show on Wednesdays, so I know people are used to seeing us on Wednesdays. However, that show as well as some other shows are being moved around, and we're trying to do some different things, and with the platform, and trying to move forward, trying to stay focused on what we have intention on going with ahead. Tonight's topic actually is, why are you thankful? I know with the holiday tomorrow, a lot of people celebrate Thanksgiving, and really for a lot of people that's Black Americans, it's not even the actual tradition of Thanksgiving. It's basically the tradition within their family, a time where everybody get together, and just talk about what they were thankful for probably the year prior. I know this is probably the first big holiday that we have had since the pandemic, and a lot of the states opening up and so forth and so on. So I wanted to do a show like I did last year during New Year's Eve. We did a show where a lot of people came through and just said their highs, because the people didn't have believe in resolutions. But we have a stranger to the platform. No, she's no stranger to the platform. Someone I've done over 30 shows with. Julia, she's a lot of people may be like, where's she at? She's missing in action. We ain't seen her nowhere. But what's amazing about her is that we have actually been in contact, just like she never left. She's somebody that always is there for Let's Talk, and always will say when I ask her something in reference to Let's Talk, no. If it's no. And sometimes you need that, because sometimes we tend to get ahead of ourselves, and we as the young kids say, slow down, you're doing too much. So she's somebody that has advised me on countless occasions, slow down, you're doing too much. So good evening, Miss Dozier.
Good evening, Mr. Ford. How are you?
I am truly thankful. I am truly thankful. I have a lot of things to be thankful for. I was sick a couple weeks ago. I feel absolutely great. I've been taking
Good.
this collateral silver,
Hmm,
and it does something to me. I mean, it just gives me mad energy. Just
good.
family, just thankful for everything. Their family, friends, to be in decent health. I got some things I need to work on, as far as like to try to perfect and do what we do here, and just to grow, just to continue to grow, because truly, I believe that when it's time to stop growing, it's time to go on the ground. So continue to grow, as Denzel say, continue to grow, continue to learn, and live in the moment and not of the moment, as they say. A lot of times, doing what we do, a lot of times, definitely from my position as the host, a lot of people may not hear me do a lot of talking about myself, which I don't really talk about myself, so
Right.
they may not have a gauge on where I'm at. But just continue to grow, continue to learn, continue to process what goes on around you. Because the last month or so, I think the show that I had with Professor Drea, when she did the numbers going into the fourth quarter, me and her had the same numbers, and she was talking about how it was going to reveal a lot, and lo and behold, like the last month, been just revealing, and
So much.
I've been witnessing a lot of things. So, what's going on with you?
Nothing much. Nothing much. I'm overwhelmed with emotion. Hey, Nicole. I'm overwhelmed with emotion. I think this is probably going to be one of the best Thanksgivings I have ever experienced in my life.
But I mean, let me ask you. I know where you live at, and I know where you're from. So you're home.
No, I'm actually in Virginia.
Okay. Okay.
I did have plans to travel to New York, but my plans were changed. So
Hmm.
I'm not able to be with my beautiful family and friends there this year. But trust me, I will be calling everybody and interrupting their dinners tomorrow as I wasn't able to go.
So I'm gonna ask you because our living situation is a little similar. So you just I know. I think 2 years ago I did a couple Cornish hens and just a couple things that I did. I ain't even trying to cook nothing. Like, and I'm not going nowhere. For me, I'm just going to just reflect
I will
and
be
and then talk
reflecting,
to
but I
Dwayne.
will I will be reflecting, but I will be making a Thanksgiving Day breakfast. I have had the menu for this breakfast in my mind since Sunday. Um, I'm making shrimp and grits. I'm making some nice seasoned scrambled eggs. I'm gonna have some um, cornbread muffins with some honey butter and some
You got
orange
this. You
juice.
got this all planned out.
I've been waiting for this breakfast. So I'm so excited for that. Um, yeah, so just this is gonna be a quiet Thanksgiving. I think most of the Thanksgivings I've had in the past has always been either preparing to host or preparing to travel to family and just the rush of everything and the excitement and the joy of being around everyone. But this year I have to sit down, so I'm just going to enjoy the quiet time.
Yeah, it's funny. Usually when we've done shows together, you usually have the light, you have your glasses on, but absolutely, it's been a while since we actually seen each other, and you may not realize it, and you, you don't have a bad lifestyle, but your skin looks amazing. I
Does
mean,
it?
yeah, it looks very light and vibrant. I mean, I know that you have been having some supermarket issues going on and deciding what to eat and really managing that. How's that going?
Quentin, I have to tell you, I didn't know when I was going to share it, but I thank you for this show for tonight that you're doing tonight. And I thank you for the opportunity to share this. On Sunday, I started to not feel well. And I'm very in tune with my body. So I know when something is not right. But I figured it was just maybe a little sickness or something because, it is flu season, whatever. So Monday, I started to feel better. But then yesterday, I started to feel worse. And so I left work early to go to urgent care, and they immediately sent me to the emergency room. And in the emergency room, they diagnosed me with DVT, which is deep vein thrombosis, which means I have a blood clot in my body.
Hmm.
And usually, when you have a blood clot, I'm researching and learning more about it. It can either be embedded in the vein or it can be loose. And of course, because I'm extra, the blood clot that I have is loose, which means that it can travel to my lung or my heart at any time. And when they were giving me this diagnosis in the hospital yesterday, and they were telling me what I needed to do for treatment, I didn't get nervous. I didn't get scared. None of those things. I think the beauty of the way, and I'm not criticizing anybody else, but I think the beauty of the way that I have tried to live my life put me in a position where when I got that diagnosis, I didn't have any regrets about anything. I didn't feel bad about anything. I saw it as a new chapter in my journey of how to take care of myself better and how to love the people who are around me more and to just squeeze every bit of sweetness out of life. And I'm just, even though I'm in extreme pain, I am so happy. It don't make
Was
no
I'm a, I'm a,
sense.
I'm a, I'm gonna ask you a question, and we always like really chop it up, and we
Yes,
go, and your favorite phrase is, "We ain't gonna sugarcoat this. We gonna call a thing."
call a thing a thing.
When they told you the diagnosis, I can imagine you, and you were probably like, "Okay, next." Like, let's moving right along, and it's like, as you said to me earlier before you told me because you told everybody else just now, like you told me, but you said you wanted to talk about something, is, it's amazing that you were able to understand that you weren't feeling well, to go take care of yourself, to catch it, because a lot of people don't realize blood clots lead to what we call aneurysms, and they are very fatal.
Yes,
So
they
it
are.
was very astute of you to catch it, and that you're feeling, you know, a lot of times, and nobody wants to get sick or go left, but a lot of times the way you perceive what you're dealing with and the way you try to handle what you're dealing with, I believe has a lot to do with the healing, because the healing could just be a physical, but those of us that believe in the creator know that the lesson is a spiritual.
It's spiritual and it begins in your mind. Well, first I want to say that all of the hospital staff that treated me at Chesapeake Regional, which is our hospital here, they were very happy that I had come in when I had come in. So I think one of the things that I want to share tonight is that if you're not feeling well and you know you're not feeling well, to go and get checked, because one of the things that they said to me while I was there is that most times when people have the condition that I have, they have allowed it to go on for so long that they're in a more severe state than what I was in. So number one, like, your health is the most important thing. Make sure you take care of it. And then the other thing is that what I would like for us to stop doing as a culture is spreading horror stories, because
Mm.
the few people that I have spoken to about what's going on with me, the first thing that they do is tell me about someone else that they know that had the condition and what horrible experience they had. And it's like, I'm not,
It's funny
I'm
because
not there.
it's funny you said that, is because me and you went back and forth with trauma bonding, and you was like, "Yo, don't let that stuff, like, yo, that stuff is serious." How you could be dealing with a situation, and a lot of times, when you're close to people, you can be like, you might shoot it to them, be like, "Look, this was going on right now with certain aspect of my life," but you gotta understand that you're dumping a little bit of the negativity that may have came your way. So you got to hope that person is ready to receive it, because, like, I'll hit you and be like, "Yo, you good?" Or it's a difference of saying hi and just going in with everything I'm going in. So I remember before we were having a conversation about some things, and you said to me, "You got to prepare me first before you just start talking." So it made me think about that, and how, like, we in our culture, a lot of times things are always negative. It's like we expect the worst to happen. We've made Murphy's law. Anything that could go wrong will go wrong.
And it's like, I'm not there. And, I know that people love me and I know that people care about me. But it's like, if you know me, you know that I'm not about the horror story. You know that I'm not about the loss of life. Give me stories of success. Tell me about people who survive. Like, is that Jabal? I don't have my glasses on.
Yeah. Jabal said,
Like,
"I was lucky to survive clots on my lungs. I had a pulmonary embolism. Ironically, you can use dietary supplements like pine bark, vitamin D3, K12, organic wheatgrass, etc."
thank you so much, Jabal. I
And see,
appreciate that.
that is the type of stuff that we need. We need the information, because
Yes.
um the treatment, or the way that we deal with things is out there, but instead we like, oh, the negative. And Jabal, I'm glad you're still here, because
Yes.
you're still here to pass on that information and to help others.
I'm
Sometimes
thankful for you, Jabal.
King said, I'm most thankful to have survived COVID.
Absolutely. So, I mean, that's where I'm at with it right now. Like, I'm a very grateful person in general. I'm very thankful, but now I'm noticing that I'm appreciating things more. And it's not even been 24 hours yet, but like, I heard a bird today, and it was the sweetest sound. And the thing is, like, I really, want people to know that you don't have to wait for something traumatic or life-changing to come up to appreciate your life, like you're
Yeah,
here.
yeah. And that is part of being thankful.
Being
I it's
thankful.
it's amazing that we as you always say, as we as a culture, the last 3 years, and some people will go back further than that. The last 3 years have been trying on a lot of us. Prior to COVID, then COVID, it was like, a lot of people passed and people couldn't really even properly say their goodbyes. And then like now, you see everything open up, but COVID ain't went nowhere. So
Not
you
gone.
you you could be like, oh, I caught COVID, and you be perfectly fine or have symptoms and be down for a week or two, but then you hear a story where somebody else is on COVID and they're on the machine.
Exactly.
So
Mm.
anybody that has had COVID, you guys know it attacks everybody different, and
Yes.
everybody deals with it different. So I believe that we all should be thankful to something that's greater than ourselves.
I also want to say that I'm thankful to you, Quentin, and to the Let's Talk platform. You mentioned before that we had done 30 episodes or more, along with other things that you've allowed me to do on the back end for production. And everything, Quentin, everything that I personally had to do to prepare for our shows or to give you what you needed in terms of content and all those things really helped me to develop my skill, which is really paying off in my new job. So thank you. I was
But
in training and I was in class.
you're more than welcome, and that is the platform. Actually, in the short but brief mission statement was to highlight what we would say ordinary people doing extraordinary
And
things,
everything.
whether it's in the community locally or nationally, and the shows. I think a lot of times it basically started out as interviews and just highlighting them, and then we branched off and doing shows, Poetry Corner, bunch of shows, Kay's Corner we did, Jamila's show, um, Yes show, Crown Rules 1, how a woman's journey to the throne, Crown Rules 2, how Black men love, and then a bunch of stuff. Did the show with Nikki and a bunch of other people, and it has been a process. I mean, the last couple years for me, learning, living, and growing. You you tend to not realize how you grow
Hmm.
until you look back at your older stuff. And I
Yeah.
was looking back, and in retrospect, I was thinking about the two gentlemen that got exonerated that were allegedly killed Malcolm X. And when the documentary came out, I had did a show on it, me and
Yes.
Professor Drea.
Yes.
And I lived in that area, and where one of the guys that supposedly I did it was from, and we had a very very good show, and it really did well.
Hmm.
And I just think about how that was almost 2 years ago, and then you just grow and you just try to do what we do and as content creators and be able to put forth the effort and put forth the information, and you always have an opportunity to do better. You know what I mean? A lot of times people get caught up with views and be like, "Oh, I did a show and I got this many people watching it." Or I did a show and it was okay and not too many people watch it. I mean, I look at my analytics not only just from YouTube or 4 or 5 Facebook pages and Twitter. So a person will be like, "Oh, you didn't get that many views." A person will never know how many views Let's Talk gets because I would have to literally tell them, because it's streaming to 6 different channels, and the only
Exactly.
person that can see all of them is me.
There's
So
a certain kind of person too that needs to tune in to appreciate the quality of the content that you bring, right? It's not for everybody, but for who it's for. And I know that your audience has grown in the last year, and I pray God it continues to grow, because you're doing something good for our culture. I think I
I did a
definitely
show.
think.
I did a show with Brother Ron from We All Be TV.
Yes,
I have big respect for Brother Ron.
yes,
Those that don't know who Brother Ron is, he is actually one of the guys that was close to Dick Gregory and Dick Gregory's family. He interviewed Dick Gregory on numerous occasions. Very close to Judge Joe Brown. I have big respect for Brother Ron. He's actually a little younger than me, but
yes,
I will say that Brother Ron teaches me.
yes.
I did an interview with Brother Ron. We did a good show, good conversation, talked about a lot. On my platform, the show did not do good. Or what I say. He took the same video and put it on his platform, and it did amazingly well. So, this should never discourage somebody if they're into content creating or doing shows. It just, you just got to build your audience up. I always try to tell everybody who watches the platform, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Definitely if you're on YouTube, because this is the only thing that sets off the algorithm for it to grow. So I'm just thankful, man. If you can get one person to watch, one person to support, one person in the chat that is is open to having a conversation, it's all that matters.
So that
It's
matters.
about content is the most important thing, and if you know you put your all and you got quality content, what more could you ask for?
And stop saying that it didn't do well, Quentin. So I'm a researcher by nature. So I had to research what you were all about before coming on. And you've actually been in this game for over 2 years. And I look at some of your older videos, and the views are there. So it's just a matter of time. Just stop saying that it hasn't done well. It's done extremely well, and it's going to do better.
Yeah, I'm thankful, and I appreciate the encouraging words. I'm I'm here and I'm grinding. mean, this is what I can give to the world. This is what I'm trying to bring to the world. Everybody brings something to the world, and
Yes.
conversations like I have some things going forward in January. Um, when is Crown Rules 3 gonna be airing, and when is that book gonna publish? I got to keep messing with you about that. I'm looking forward to Crown Rules 3 dropping. I really am.
Crown Roots 3 is an amazing, amazing, amazing work. I interviewed actually 20 women, but I can only fit 15 stories into the book. And it is in terms of my process, what I do is when I conduct the interviews with the women, I tape record our conversations, and then I transcribe those recordings into text. And with everything that had been happening in my personal life, I was completely thrown off. So I wasn't able to meet my first release date. But I should be on track to have the book released before Christmas. And it's taken a lot to not feel bad about that. But I'm doing it, and now I'm praying to God to just keep me healthy and strong and well enough to finish out the editing process so I can get it out. But it will be out. And anybody who doesn't know, Crown Roots 3 is the third installment of my series on love, intimacy, and relationships. Crown Roots 2 was how Black men love. Crown Roots 3 is how Black women love. And
You,
it's
I,
the
I want to
bomb.
ask you, and in retrospect, those books, and they're right here in front of me. Actually, do
You
you
have
do
them?
you? Yeah, they're right
I'm
here.
sorry, Quentin. Can I just say, usually when I know the cameras are going to be rolling, I try to make sure my hair is slayed. But I'm deep conditioning because I'm getting a roller set tomorrow. So if you see these two little things on my head, I got the deep conditioner going. Sorry.
So usually, you. I'm gonna ask you as an author now. You
Yes.
wrote the two books, and the third one is underway and basically done. It's just a matter of time before you take your Saturday out and just go for what you're proofreading, and then off to getting them done. Do you? I know that your books, the first one started out as your journal basically, and then the second one was more of a research and trying to affect the culture. Do you think that you have changed people with your work?
Absolutely. 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 And I believe that part of my experience in life led to me understanding that to be my purpose, to really help people connect in a meaningful way to who they are so that they could connect in a more meaningful way to others. And I think that men communicate different than women. So, in How Black Men Love, although some of the conversations were deep and the men were definitely transparent and honest, there is a deeper level of understanding of self and the importance of love in our lives that I really believe will help to transform women and men. And I'm just grateful to be a vehicle to present that to the world.
I know that as your co-host and doing the show and going through the book, you realize as a for me as a man, we have the language that we have, and then when you speak to what you just said about men and women are different, and we always go talk about it, and I'll be like, ugh, the gender stuff, and it comes up every day, almost every day, definitely dealing with groups, and we see it TV media where it's like it's a beef. However, you said that to me via text that men and women are different. And I think that a lot of times the lesson in what you're saying is yes, men and women are different. Does that mean that the man knows more than the woman? No. Does that mean that the woman knows more than the man? No. It's that we're different, but we need to learn to communicate effectively
And
and
celebrate
respectfully.
yes, and celebrate the differences.
Yeah.
Celebrate the differences. I think the most horrific, and I mentioned this in my first book, I think the most horrific idea that was ever implanted in society, and God bless him in the whole nine, was act like a lady, think like a man. It's not supposed to be. It's
It's
not supposed to be.
it's be a man, think like a man. Be a woman, think like a woman.
That's it. That's all. And celebrate those differences.
I think that what's unique about it is we are most people now that are middle aged, we are regardless of what your a person's specific status is, you see not maybe within yourself, your friends, your peers, your coworkers, everybody's at the stage right now where they're trying to figure it out. And it's like a never ending conversation. But it's like and then you'll even be touched to the point where you be like, I'm tired. I'm tired of trying to figure it out. But then something throughout your course of your day, your people or your friends, and it'd be like, oh, I need to figure it out. So like and it's like it beats you down because you see what's going on, and it's like, come on, I don't want to keep going back and forth with this. But we have a another guest on the line here.
Wonderful.
Two people just
Beautiful.
jumped on.
Beautiful. But can I speak to that?
Yes.
While we're trying to figure it
Oh,
out, if we attempt, hi Nicole.
Hey, hey,
Hi,
hold on. Let
hi,
me cut off
hi.
the show.
If we try to figure it out with grace and compassion as opposed to judgment and complaint, it would feel much different.
mm. Say that again, please.
If we try to figure it out with compassion and grace as opposed to judgment and complaint, it would feel much better.
Mm. Interesting. I
Hey,
like that.
y'all.
Hey,
Happy Thanksgiving Eve.
to you too.
Good evening, you two.
What's up, D Wayne?
What's going on?
Bye.
The topic of today's show that we're doing is why are you thankful? Oh, Julia left us.
Yeah, she dropped up. I guess she said she did her part.
Nicole, don't start with your stuff.
I'm sorry.
So, Nicole, you want to answer the question first? Because Dwayne's going to say ladies first if I ask him.
Oh,
Why are you
Dwayne, you want to
thankful?
go?
No.
Nah, ladies first.
That's what I wanted to hear. I'm such a lady. So, yeah, what am I thankful for? I'm thankful for so many things. Just started out, you said life, health, and strength. Being able to have activities of my limbs. I feel like I'm in testimony service, but yeah, it's nothing like it because I've been down, and had to have people do for me. But when you could do for yourself, it's nothing like that. Thankful for my family, my friends, people who made it through. Definitely remembering those who didn't. And I'm very thankful for Let's Talk because I have met so many wonderful people between the poetry corner, the reviews, things like that. I'm in there. I'm like, it's funny because I'm usually on the phone, so I'm like, oh, I don't put it in that fast. So I'm like, by the time I try to put in something, they on to the next topic. But yeah, it's honestly, it's really been a great experience, and it's been a little bit over a year or so since
Yeah.
partaking in everything.
You know,
So
you. One of the things that also that I'm thankful for because I did say some things with Julia is life is about relationships.
definitely,
Who you meet along the way, and you try to foster and nurture those relationships.
mm-hmm.
And you don't know why you meet people. You don't know why you even cross paths with people.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to, as they say, shake a hand, make a friend, and you just want to just be kind, courteous, treat people the way that you want to be treated, and then
Exactly,
you never know. And word of mouth in anything that we do, right, wrong, and indifferent, means a lot. Warren Buffett, everybody who loves Warren Buffett, he always says you can spend a lifetime building your reputation. In 10 minutes, you could destroy it,
definitely.
and it's true, and it's true. So, we thank you on the platform, Nicole. You are very, very supportive of Let's Talk. Very supportive of me personally. We kick it all the time. You don't mind. You're very it's funny because most people don't know how opinionated you really are. Cause you'll text in a minute like, yo, what the heck is this all about? Like, yo,
I mean,
it
it
ain't
be
looking
both.
right. It
But
ain't looking right.
what other thing I did want to say, I'm thankful for the people that have gotten out of my life.
Ooh.
That because everybody is not meant to stay. So thank the Lord for removing them out and making space for other people.
And then I gotta be thankful for the little guy that's on the left of you, Nicole.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
the guy, me and this guy literally have been friends since the sixth grade.
Been a long time.
I'm not gonna say what we were doing. We were supposed to
We
be
was chasing
lining up.
after a chick.
We
It's
were
alright. That's how it started.
we were
It
supposed to
started
be
early.
look.
Yeah,
We were
chasing
supposed
after
to be
some little
lining
chick in
up
the
and getting
parking
ready for
lot.
class in the cafeteria, but I think he might have. Dwayne was a big and Dwayne's favorite basketball team is the New York Knicks, but
Mm.
Dwayne was a big Magic Johnson fan.
Yes,
So I
sir.
don't know if he had a Lakers shirt on or was it Magic, right?
Magic.
So I had knew of Dwayne because growing up we all played little league baseball, but we were on different teams. But to know him since sixth grade, he's been to me the same guy since sixth grade. Very it's a side of him that most people don't know. But for me, he's been a springboard. And it's interesting when we talk about doing shows and having social media, is Dwayne every Lent stays away from social media. He does
Yeah.
a social media fast to refocus and reboot.
And we miss him greatly.
So
I appreciate that.
you miss him greatly, but I talk to him every day, basically. And it's like, you could tell what the fast does for him
Mhm.
because this stuff will consume you. And
It will.
sometimes you gotta take a break. So,
Let me
Look-
tell you, I decided I was like interested. I was like, well, what's going on TikTok? Got on TikTok. That ain't nothing but the devil. Just a rabbit
I
hole.
ain't going
I
nowhere.
could stay in there for like hours and I'm just looking at the little thing. Then another thing come up and I'm like, oh my God. Like, and then I look at the time, like I've been on there for like 3 hours, 4 hours. And then I try to put my phone aside. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna read my book, whatever. Then I get a notification from Facebook. Okay, look at Facebook, but then I see something else. Yo, it's constant. I don't see how people can do anything. Honestly, it will consume you. If you let it, it will consume you.
So little guy, my co-host, let me ask you, man. I know what you've been through the last 3 weeks. Dwayne, they always see you smile, but you got a lot of emotion going on, Dwayne. A lot of people don't know that with another football team that you love, like the highs and lows from that. And honestly, tomorrow will probably be the first day that you're probably into sports since 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I've been blessed in my life, right? And been blessed to be an advocate for kids in my community since 2003. And I love sports, right? But I love these children more. And just to see the hurt and disappointment on their faces with everything they had to go through. Now it's difficult, but we're supposed to be happy, right? We're supposed to be thankful, right? I'm thankful for Wednesday nights. Wednesday nights have become very important to me since the pandemic started. I say about the second week of the pandemic, me, my big brother, and my 3 big sisters decided as a family, Wednesday nights would be the night that is the 5 siblings. We get together and we pray. And we just share. So after we pray, each week somebody else is the worship leader, so to speak. And then we just talk. And sometimes we could be on the phone. Usually we connect at 8 o'clock. Sometimes we'll be on the phone till 11. Sometimes not that long. So that's why I was a little delayed getting on here tonight because I had to do that. So I'm thankful, man. I'm thankful for God. I'm thankful for Jesus, man. I'm thankful for my parents and the legacy they gave me. I'm thankful for friends. I'm just thankful for a job that God provides for me, gives me the provision. What I'm not thankful for is them damn struggle plates y'all gonna be putting on social media tomorrow.
For real.
Don't even do it.
It's funny, right?
If that macaroni and cheese is runny, don't put that on my timeline. All right? Your pie crust edges, don't put that on my timeline. I don't want to see it. Uncooked chicken, don't put it on the timeline. We don't want to see that. Okay? So I'm not thankful for that. But hey, man, I'm thankful for this platform. I'm thankful for the people that I've gotten to connect with. And man, aren't we a wonderful people? Talented.
Yes.
Some of y'all be leading me to my bar, though. I ain't gonna lie. Some of the things I see on LinkedIn, I'll be like, Lord, we got to get it together.
Yeah, and that's another thing that most people don't know is that Dwayne actually is somebody that's always bending my ear in reference to the group and the content, because Dwayne is one of them type of people that it's like, why are we continue running in a maze chasing cheese and bumping our head? So it's like, if the content is still negative or you still doing something negative,
listen,
change it.
I could talk
Yeah.
relationships too. I just choose to not to on Let's Talk too, or Let's Talk what. But here it is, right? Because we put something up the other day. We got to stop bringing baggage into relationships on both sides. You know, we all been through some things in our lives that have broken us, that have made us stronger. But when you come into these new relationships, still worrying about what that old joker did or the old young lady did, then you blocking blessings. You can have
Exactly.
something really major and wonderful in front of you, but you still worried about what she did to you 2 years ago. We gotta stop that. What's
Do
for
you
you
think-
is going to be for you. Once that relationship is done, leave that thing where it is, because it's not supposed to move forward with you.
Dwayne,
But you keep
and I know,
picking it up.
and I know
keep
you don't talk.
bringing it.
I know you don't talk about relationships, but I got you now. You done said something, Dwayne. Do you think the reason why we do certain things like that, bring that baggage? Do you think? And you're the perfect person to ask this. Do you think we're scared to be
Listen,
alone?
I'm gonna make it real personal, right? Many years ago, I had her. God put her right there for me. But I kept worrying about what everybody else thought about her or felt about her. I kept worrying about past relationships and, she can't be real with the way that she moving, the way that she making me feel, and the way she making me a better man. Stop blocking. I'm a victim of that. I did it to myself. And, what's for you is going to be for you at the end of the day. And if you're a female, your girlfriends may not want you to be with that certain man. They want you to keep being with what they would. Why? Some people just don't want to see you grow.
Exactly.
And the same thing for the fellas. You got some fellas that'll be like, yo, man, she got you changing. You hanging with her, you ain't watching the game. Yeah, because some things is more important than the game. And that's from me, who y'all know I love sports. But we're so bitter towards each other. We're broken on both sides.
Misery loves
heal.
company.
We don't heal. We just want to come on these platforms. The minute you put something on that platform about relationships, damn it, it's going to be 200 comments. You know what I mean?
And you know what's funny about that, Dwayne?
Something positive.
In every group where it's a relationship,
you get 2 comments.
Every
maybe
group,
3 likes. So
every group where they talk about relationships, that happens. It's a weird thing. It's a social issue. I think a lot of times with social media, and you said this to me earlier, like, a lot of people just use social media to date. Like, this is what they think.
What they for. Hey, listen, man. I got a young lady that I talk to. I work with her. And she ain't black. She a white lady, but so broken. Okay? So I'm talking to her. She younger. She goes on an app to meet friends, not to date. I want you to hear me very clearly. Not to date, to meet friends. Like, what is wrong with us socially that we got to go on an app to meet friends? Yeah. And then she telling me, yeah, I'm going to Boston with this girl. You don't know her. You met her on the app. You don't know what this chick may do to you. You know what I mean?
You might be getting catfished.
Pretty much.
So
got.
Hey, listen, man. We gotta uplift each other. We gotta walk in power. I see this beautiful brother has just joined us.
Right? What's going on?
Welcome.
He's an inspiration to me as well, man. And
thank you, brother. I'm on the plantation right now.
Oh, well, that's all right. I did my time.
Making money.
That cotton today. It's all right. We got to do it. But, I don't like to get too deep. I try to put some positive things out there. I get it. Social media should be fun. We want the ratchetness. Like Nicole said with the TikTok, I will never go on TikTok. I saw a woman damn near 60 doing some things on TikTok that she put on her social media. I blocked her on everything. You need that in my life? You crazy? You 60. you know. But yeah, man, we thankful. We thankful for the platform, brother. We thankful for you bringing people together. And though we may not always agree, all right, we can still be respectful. That's the
Exactly.
only time I don't like the platform is when we get disrespectful towards one another. So I step off on that. But yeah, I'm gonna stop running my mouth. You know, we got King here. He got some pearls of wisdom for us.
Nah, man, I'm cool, man.
You
I'm
know?
just grateful to be here, man. And Cuzzo, yo, I appreciate everything you've done in building the platform for the Poetry Corner. You know what I'm saying? Giving that window of opportunity. You know what I'm saying? We did some amazing things, man. Season
Oh,
6.
you know what's crazy about what he's saying? Nicole and Dwayne. He got bad news after all this that he got to say because we got do a bunch of rescheduling the shows because I'm gonna be basically unavailable at night for the next couple weeks. So a lot of the shows might have to go to during the day, which is going to be tricky with both of Dwayne and King. Um, so he's saying all this about he thankful, and it's like, we ain't gonna be doing those shows for a minute, or if we do, they're gonna have to be during the day. So
It's
I
always
appreciate you
good.
guys. You know, one of the things is that for me is being able to convey your vision. You may have an idea about what you want to do, and those that don't know is that I had an idea about what I wanted to do. I did a lot of research. I haven't figured it out. I'm still doing research. I'm still learning about doing this, and from a lot of different people. And I was able to convey the vision first with myself. Like, yo, I had to check myself with some things before I decided to do this. And then, you got to make certain sacrifices within your family to do this. I don't see my family as much because I'm busy with this. So you got to make certain sacrifices, and then being able to convey your vision to, the first people we always tell is our family and friends. And if you can
Right.
get your friends to understand your vision and be like, you know what, I may not could do this. Like for me, I know Dwayne has a niche that he likes to talk sports. And we've been talking sports since the sixth grade. So we were able to cut out a portion of Let's Talk to be able to talk sports. And then, when I met you, cuz it was more like I know the poetry circuit a little bit.
Right.
Everybody likes poetry. Poetry is always something that is so important to the culture, and it pushes the needle. Pushes the needle for thought. Is I said, oh, let's try this, and it's been successful. A lot of learning, a lot of meeting, a lot of dope poets.
Yeah, true facts.
Met Nicole. Seeing Nicole grow within her poetry.
She's blossomed,
Some
right? From her
yeah.
first appearance to now, man. Listen, that's like
All right, was
that's
I
like,
that bad? I mean,
no, it's just like that. Hey,
Elevation.
it's like that butterfly that come out of the cocoon. You had to come out of that shell, and now you're allowing the world to see you and hear you,
yeah,
and
but
it's a beautiful thing.
I definitely could see it because I look back and I have little things in Facebook, the memories and stuff like that, and I look like, okay, what was going on here? So
Listen,
it's a little bit better now, and of course, it's like it's totally different if you're like reading over the phone, no one can see your facial expressions, stuff like that. So you try to connect with the crowd. You don't want to just be face to the book. So.
and it's
I
natural,
Yeah.
right?
definitely has changed.
It's natural, right? So when I do a show with Quentin or whatever, whether it's a sports show or a review show, I go back and I watch it just to make sure I ain't out here looking crazy or sounding crazy. Like, cause you don't want to put that on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this man don't have to give me the vehicle. So because he does, I want to make sure I'm sharp for him, and
True
so we can
facts.
grow it. Cause this is just the beginning. I truly believe that.
It's funny is if me and Dwayne
Battery.
last year did what
Hold
we
on 1
called
second.
a marathon sports show, and usually what people hear marathon sports, they be like, "Yo, y'all was doing a show that long." We did a show for like 3 hours and 45 minutes. We went over the draft, and then we did a show basically giving people a glimpse of our Sunday when we were watching football. Literally, we made give each other. Say, for example, the team we root for playing at 4:25. I'll wait until like 2:30 to call Dwayne back. I don't want to call him at 1 o'clock. We don't want to talk when the first games come on. We'll wait till like 2:30 and just go from there. And it just goes into our 7:30 show. And then
That's
we do the
great.
show. And you literally be, you footballed out and then talked out. So what we did is that we said, you know what? We're going to do a show while we're watching football. So
That's
I had a
dope.
whole bunch of stuff set up, so we watching and we're doing a
4
show.
hours later.
And 4 hours later, like literally 4 hours later, and it was interesting, and you realize how much you learn from someone else about different things. In other people's perspective, Dwayne has hung up the phone on me a couple times.
Yes, and I'll do it again.
And it's funny because usually when it's Dwayne and we got another brother, Craig, I'll say this. This is all I gotta say. Yo, I got something to tell y'all. Dwayne would be like, "Oh boy." Craig would be like, "What, Q?" I'll be like, "Dwayne, are you gonna hang up the phone on me?" And depending how crazy it may be, Dwayne to hang up or not hang up. The funniest thing is when he hung up the phone on me and he kept hanging up the phone on me is when, football players get graded at where they should get drafted. And there is a select group of linemen in the league that are going to go to Hall of Fame and are like can't misses. But I said a run stopper. And a run stopper you get like in the third or fourth round. I said, we need a run stopper. Get him in the first round. And Dwayne went off.
Yeah.
And he hung up like, are you crazy?
I get crazy sometimes. It's all right.
So those are the things that, the platform as well as myself is thankful for. I never I know a lot of times I may talk in third person. Like I'll be like, let's talk or whatever, because I'm not let's talk. Let's talk is literally the people.
Yeah.
The people decide what goes on. The people decide what content, definitely in them groups, what's talked about. A lot of times in them groups, anybody that really know me, I don't agree with that stuff, but this is what people like to conversate about. And even when we bring it to the channel,
I hear
it's just
that
about
every day,
engaging
y'all.
and
I
learning.
hear
What'd you
that
say?
every day, y'all, because I'll be calling Q like, yo, man, what the hell you put that up in there for, man? Did you kidding me? He's like, Wayne, that's what they want to see.
I even had to give Dwayne the secret on whether to know if it's one of my posts or somebody else's. I kind of fell back from doing it, but he knows the secret on whether to know if it's mine or not. But it's like a little code I give away because, I mean, we at our age, like I said when Julia was on, at our age we are trying to figure a lot of stuff out.
Still.
True
Yeah,
indeed.
this is the age where the grades start coming in. You start questioning your
Not
questioning your own mortality, and you be like, let me figure life out, figure like the next move, retirement around the corner for a lot of us. Like you'd be like, yo, I've been at my job 22 years.
Listen, man, knocking on 50's door, and it feel like it's 1984, like 2 days ago. You know what I mean?
It
Yeah.
goes fast. It
There you
definitely
go.
does.
So,
Yeah.
So King, let me ask you, because I know where you work at, and you deal with a lot of the seniors.
Mhm.
I mean, do you ever have a relationship with them where to the point it allows you to stay in the moment and meditate and say, you know what, I hope to get to their age. They got a lot of wisdom, so forth and so on.
Definitely. I meditate every day when I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I conversate with a lot of them. When I'm doing my med pass, I don't just give them their meds and bounce. I be in there talking to them and joking around with them and stuff because they all in their rooms. So, a lot of them, they need attention or want attention. the age of running around and stuff. So I just joke around with them and stuff. Talk to them. They tell me about certain things. Some people might be from Philly, Delaware, whatever. You know, I got the old dude in there who always trying to punk on me and stuff. I always tell him, look, I'm gonna tell the mafia where you at, yo. Tell them you hiding down here in Cape May. You know, so I have a relationship with a lot of them. You know, so and they give me a little history about themselves, and I'm just like, wow, it's like amazing. So I think to myself, like, yo, with all this craziness going on in the world right now, these dark motion and all that. Just got to be grateful to still be here. Look at these folks.
Yeah.
True.
They done live their life. They in a assisted living facility. Their families barely come. So you're family to them. They see you almost every day. I mean, just like tonight, I'm on the 11 to 7 shift. So I circulate around while the aides is here and there, and I just check on the people,
Nicole
So-
will be happy about this one. She probably gonna think I'm.
What?
It's Nicole. This is from Aldi's ginger beer, non-alcoholic. Very good.
I don't,
Very good. Opens
I don't
your
know.
chest.
Oh, no, I'm good.
But
Water
yeah,
and
just
sweet tea.
What was you about to say, Nicole?
I said water and sweet tea. I'm good.
Yeah, my water's somewhere around here. I just got finished drinking some coffee, but So anything else, you guys? I mean, I don't need to keep you guys. I know.
and also
Look, I know one thing. Dwayne cooked collard greens. What was your job? What was your job, Nicole?
Oh, well, usually my contribution is the macaroni and cheese and
Mhm.
peach cobbler. So, yes.
What you said usually is that the contribution
That's my contribution. Oh,
every
and-
year, no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my mom, she tries to lay it on thick. You make it so much better than I do. Whatever,
is it?
Mom. All
What
right.
kind of is it? A half pan or whole pan?
Why you trying to get a serving?
I'll be
I'm
in the
just saying,
area.
if you want a plate, let me know you want a plate.
Listen again, tomorrow, don't be posting those struggle plates. We don't want to see it.
First of all, I don't see why people go through all of that. We pretty much got the same stuff.
It's the same
Like,
stuff.
come on. Just eat
You
your
know
food
what's
and
you
be
know what's
merry.
funny? I always think about a couple people, and one of y'all might be. No, I know Dwayne ain't because I've eaten around Dwayne. Yo, you know what I always bug out with with Thanksgiving and certain people when they be like, I don't like my food to touch.
Touch, please. You better,
How you gonna eat Thanksgiving like that? Like
you better load it up.
yo,
'Cause
I
I'm
know some
telling
people
you.
like that, and
I'm
it
telling
bugs
you.
me out though.
Really?
when that yam juice touch that macaroni and
that.
cheese.
You better
You know,
dip it.
you know that meme with Malcolm X when he's slapping down on the table with Denzel.
Shit, I don't care. Let it all touch. Shit, it's
That's
going
it.
to the
You
one
know,
spot,
I know
the
I
same
know
spot.
you guys
You know your roll gonna get a little soggy for that green juice. It's all right. It's all going to the same place.
I'm gonna ask you guys
Exactly.
a question, right? Because Dwayne told me this before, right? Dwayne, how many days you ate turkey after Thanksgiving?
Whew. Well, by about the fourth day, it's turkey salad by then. It's cut up and you put your onions and stuff in there. It's turkey salad. And then you can eat off that turkey salad for another 2 days,
Yeah.
right?
I hear you, bro.
Let me
I hear
tell
on
you.
that.
If you come from a family where you ain't have a lot of money, like all that stuff talking about, oh, throw it out. No, it's all you make some gravy. Now you got great turkey with the gravy. Put it over some rice.
Open
Get you
face
some
turkey sandwiches.
vegetables. Have
And
turkey
for
soup.
anybody that's gonna see the
It's going to turn into
rebroadcast,
some soup somewhere
anybody
down
that's
the
gonna
line.
see the rebroadcast, don't be afraid. If you don't know how to cook turkey, don't be afraid to go get a couple Cornish hens. Don't mess the turkey up.
You
Don't mess the.
could buy a turkey.
I'm being honest. Everybody cannot cook turkey.
You
Turkey
right.
is not no easy thing to just cook. I'm gonna put in the oven. It's gonna be in the oven for this amount of hours. No.
And if you cook it for D, don't put that damn stuffing inside the turkey. Don't do it. Don't put that damn stuffing in
So
the turkey.
let
please.
me ask you guys before
That's
we
just
close
me,
the
though.
show. Y'all know I always throw a wrench in the game.
All right.
We're gonna start out with you, Nicole. Ladies first.
Really? Okay.
Sweet potato pie, pumpkin pie.
Oh, sweet potato. Yeah, sweet potato.
Sweet potato.
I mean, I've had pumpkin pie, but yeah, sweet potato.
Do you? I know I can't ask Dwayne this. Do you put coconut in your sweet potato pie?
I don't even like coconut, so I ain't never heard of no mess like that. I don't know what's
Yeah,
going on.
some people put coconut in there.
And
You
they
said
Yeah, that's why you gotta
You're
ask.
wrong.
You gotta ask, right, Dwayne?
Oh yeah, please. 'Cause, you put coconut and give it to me. You just send
but
me
there's some people that
flowers.
put gizzards and stuff in their stuffing. Like, nah.
You put coconut in something, you give it to me. Send the flowers to Cotton Funeral Home. 'Cause I'm gonna die. I'm allergic to coconut.
Oh man.
Oh,
So
it'll
Dwayne,
take me out.
pumpkin or sweet potato?
Who, me? Sweet
Yeah.
potato all day long, man.
King.
I prefer sweet potato pie, but you know what? The company blessed us today. They gave everybody some pumpkin pie
Oh wow.
to take home one night. So
That's not-
You know,
I ain't gonna let it go to waste.
I know that's right.
You know, it's fun. It's funny. I'm a sweet potato person, and you know, I bake. When I do bake, I bake. I don't like pumpkin pie. To me, it has no taste. It just is a. To me, it's a lot of people overcook their pumpkin, so you could taste it immediately as soon as you bite it. So I'm a big sweet potato pie. I'm a big butternut
You making
squash
some more
pie.
banana pudding, man.
Oh boy! But anyway,
Huh?
I appreciate you
Now,
guys.
if you gonna
So,
make some banana pudding, come with it now, cause I make a mean banana pudding.
Listen, this brother makes a very good banana pudding, but I haven't been able to buy one in about 4 years.
So I mean, when you gonna cook? When you gonna cook?
I'm
Huh?
going to
Huh, Chef?
I'm going to be traveling soon for a couple weeks, so will be no cooking unless I can come to you guys' kitchen and cook.
Look,
If
my
I can't
kitchen
cook-
is always open.
Well,
Listen, I need some good oxtails.
Free reign.
Man. Somebody need to make some oxtails.
Oh,
that's
some
what
goat.
Twin. You know,
I want
Dwayne.
some
That's what
goat.
Twin said today.
Goat too.
Twin said
No,
that
no,
today.
Now don't get it twisted, Q. Twin will cook the hell out of some oxtail.
He
man.
said the price of oxtails today will not be the price of oxtails tomorrow.
Because everybody asked him to cook oxtails. The brother just got it down to a science.
He put the lima beans in it.
I
Had a
don't know
lima?
what he put. He put his foot and his elbow in it. That's all I know. That's man, please.
So with that, we're
Beat
gonna
Ohio.
close out. You know, you guys appreciate you guys, and
No doubt, man. Appreciate you all.
you know, let's just all just be thankful for who we are and what we
True
have,
indeed.
and just move on. You know, as I like to keep saying, learn, listen, keep living.
And beat Ohio.
And you what? It said, water me, I water you.
Yeah, I water you, you water me, and we grow together.
I like it.
No doubt.
With that,
All
take
right,
care.
Peace.
that's what I'm talking about. Good night.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's show. Please continue to join us here for conversations on hot topics, interviews with special guests, and our featured programs such as the Poetry Corner, where you can hear dope poets from around the country creating that Poet Cafe vibe, and Crown Rules, our virtual book club on love, intimacy, and healthy relationships. Let's talk. We are everywhere you want to be. Follow us on YouTube at Let's Talk, Facebook at Let's Talk, and on Instagram at Let's Talk 1931. Have a suggestion? Give us a call at 570-795-4283. Or for business inquiries, please email us at ltalk5600@gmail. Let's talk. I water you, you water me, and we go together. Please don't forget to like,